member of the Carlton Footy Club, co-captain of the club, Patrick Cripps, who joins us all the way from Perth, where he's enjoying a well-earned break. It is a well-earned break for you, Cripper. Thanks for coming on, mate. How are you feeling? Let us all know, how's the body feeling? How's the mind feeling after another searching season?
Yeah, look, it feels good now. It's we're about 6 weeks into our break, so the body's had long enough to get some rest and recover, and I was lucky enough to get back to Perth to be around family and friends. So yeah, it's all going well so far. We're probably halfway through, but training's already starting to ramp back up, which is exciting. Was it hard for you for a magnificent cause, and we'll talk about it more in a moment, but was it hard for you to say goodbye to those magnificent locks of yours? We're noticing the fresh gone and the new look. You did it for a magnificent reason. Everybody got on board. It was quite something to see the way the players have rallied around Doc. Yeah, look, I didn't really want to get rid of the mullet. It took me a while to grow that, but I think it was actually amazing, to be honest. A few of us were chatting at the back end of the year saying we'd love to shave our head for Doc and just do it to support him, and we thought we would do it try and raise some money for a charity and the Pittonet Foundation. And to be honest, the support we got, not only from all the players but staff and even the Carlton sort of family, was unbelievable. So yeah, when I saw sort of the amount of money we raised, and to see some of the boys, especially even the guys with some long hair, shave their locks, was pretty impressive. So I know it meant a lot to Doc, it meant a lot to his partner Nat, and it meant a lot to his mum Annabelle. So it's just a little way as a club we showed our support for him. It's raised nearly $180,000, mate, and it wouldn't have happened without the support that Sam's teammates gave him. What does it tell you about the group, the fact that there wasn't a second thought given, mate? Everybody did what they did to lend support and raise money on behalf of him. What does that tell you about the group of blokes that you share a locker room and wear the same jumper with? Yeah, it didn't surprise me. I know you hear it all the time, but we're a really close group, and we love hanging out with each other. And I think what Doc goes through, he's going through, just puts perspective of what life's about, and you know, just to get around a mate when they're going through a tough time. You know, we all did it for him, but the character he is, I know if someone else is in the position, he'll do the exact same for them. So yeah, I was so pumped to see all the boys, and it's just a good sign of, I suppose, what we're building here. And mate, obviously you're thankful of everything that everybody who's been at the club is, you know, committed to you and your teammates, but it is going to be a really different looking footy operations team when you get back. How keen are you to get back as a group, get back with all of your teammates and get stuck in with this new look team that you're going to be part of? Yeah, it's exciting just to get some new faces through the door, but it's like any year, when you get away for, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks, the motivation comes back pretty quick. And for us, we're competitors, and we haven't played finals footy in a long time, and we're all itching to experience that. And I know how determined a lot of the guys are at the moment to get away, have a good break, but trying really hard to set us up for a good pre-season so we can sort of earn the right to be in that position. So yeah, look, got some new players, new coaches. It's going to be exciting, and I think a lot of new guys are going to be refreshed and raring to go day one. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for being part of it tonight, and good luck in the count. No, thank you. Cheers, guys. Don't forget you can donate too to the Do It for Doc. Any donations go straight to the Pittonet Foundation. It's as we said, it's nearly up to $180,000, which has exceeded all sorts of expectations. Just scan that QR code and do your bit if you haven't already. I suspect, Sarah, we're talking to a whole lot of people who have already contributed to them.
It's absolutely incredible, isn't it?
So, yeah, it's great.
All right, now it's time to get into the votes, and for that all-important role, we welcome Brad Lloyd, Head of Football. Great to have you into the studio tonight, Brad, and great also to see that you're supporting Sam Docherty.
Yeah, you had the head shaved on Friday, so it was an amazing day at the footy club with everyone shaving their heads for Sam and Peter Mac, and yeah, it was I guess heart goes out to Doc with everything he's got going on, and his wife Nat, and as Cripper mentioned, his mum Annabelle out there. So I'm sure they're watching. So hi to them, and yeah, we're right behind you all.
Well said. All right, to explain the voting system tonight, 4 coaches, the senior coach and 3 line coaches have the opportunity to vote for as many players as they feel warrant a vote for each game on the following scale. 4 votes, outstanding performance. 3 votes, excellent performance. 2 votes above expectation performance and 1 vote expected performance or a trademark game. A player therefore can receive a maximum of 4 votes from 4 coaches, giving a maximum of 16 possible votes each round. Brad Lloyd will read the top vote receivers for each round, and we start with a look back on the highlights from rounds 1 to 6 in the John Nicholls Medal, proudly presented by Hyundai.
Richmond defender over the top, Ashby knocked to Gibbons, handball good, here goes O'Brien, Carlton have kicked 2 first quarter goals.
Arm held, Imagine taking in the tackle, Fisher with the snap, 2 in a row Blues, they're back in it.
Working Walsh, become a star to McKay.
And now it's 18. He goes long and McKay.
Here's Walsh again. Goes with the pass option into Mackay's hands. He's loved every moment of it. He's in 7th heaven. 7 goals for Harry.
High one forward. McKay parked under it. Cripps this time, surely. Blues get their second.
Tackled Holman off the ground. McKay. Bose had to pick himself up. Silvagni's tackle was brilliant.
Jonas takes care of it with the fist. Levi spins it back the other way. Levi Casbo! That's the one the Blues needed. Double cobra time. And now he's going to be outside. He's at the back though, Eddie Betts. Can he do something special? Centering ball. That was special to McGovern.
Walsh has got a 55 out. He runs to the line and thumps it long. The Blues need one, and that young superstar delivers for Carlton.
He was dealt with late. Play on advantage. Walsh strolls inside 50.
All right, Brad, let's get this show on the road.
Round 1 v Richmond. Lachie Fogarty, 8 votes. Lachie Plowman, 8 votes. Adam Saad, 8 votes. Patrick Cripps, 9 votes. Jacob Weitering, 10 votes. Sam Walsh, 13 votes. Round 2 v Collingwood. Jack Martin, 6 votes. Jacob Weitering, 6 votes. Sam Walsh, 7 votes. Harry McKay, 7 votes. Lachie Fogarty, 9 votes. Round 3 v Fremantle. Sam Walsh, 10 votes. Patrick Cripps, 12 votes. Lachie Fogarty, 12 votes. Liam Jones, 14 votes. Harry McKay, 14 votes. Round 4 v Gold Coast Suns. Marc Pittonet, 6 votes. Matthew Cottrell, 6 votes. Ed Curnow, 7 votes. Sam Doherty, 7 votes. Liam Jones, 9 votes. Jacob Weitering, 10 votes. Round 5 v Port Adelaide. Adam Saad, 5 votes. Lachie Plowman, 6 votes. Sam Walsh, 6 votes. Marc Pittonet, 8 votes. Jacob Weitering, 8 votes. Round 6 v Brisbane Lions. David Cunningham, 8 votes. Lachie Plowman, 9 votes. Jacob Weitering, 9 votes. Sam Walsh, 11 votes. Harry McKay, 13 votes.
Okay, so after 6 rounds of voting, let's have a look at the leaderboard and see what it looks like at this stage. And there's a familiar and slightly predictable shape, I reckon, at the top of it all. Fantastic to see Lachie Fogarty polling votes. When you bring a bloke into the footy club from elsewhere, Lordy, I reckon you want to see him make an impact straight away. And it was great to see Lachie bring his good footy, which we know he can play, bring it to Carlton straight away. Yeah, he did. He came across, impressed really quickly, hard and tough. Love his tackling inside 50, and he spots up really well with his kicking. So did a good job and impacted really quickly in the season. Sarah, nice to see a couple of key position players too featuring in the best and fairest count so far, which is nice to see.
Getting the recognition they deserve, hey, Andy?
My word.
All right, we move now to our Club Coterie Awards, which showcase our individual players who have demonstrated an outstanding performance both on and off the field. We will announce the award winners of the segment and then cross to the players for a chat with Dylan Buckley, joining us live from the Dill and Friends studio. First up in tonight's Coterie Awards is the Carltonians William A. Cook Award. This is awarded to the best and fairest player as voted by its members. Each week, 3 Carltonian members vote 3, 2 and 1 for each home and away game of the season. And we now call upon Brad Lloyd to announce the winner for 2021.
And the winner of the Carltonians Award is Sam Walsh.
Well done to Sam. The Spirit of Carlton Award is given to the player that demonstrates the most spirit on and off the field and is awarded by the Spirit of Carlton Committee. Brad, if you can please reveal the winner.
Yes, the winner of the Spirit of Carlton Award is Jack Silvagni.
I feel like we should be providing our own round of applause in here, shouldn't we? Yeah. Let's do that. You know what he said. I'll do that.
Well done, Jack. A worthy winner. The Bill Lanyon Inner Blue Ruthless Award is given to the player who shows a remarkable overall performance that has a significant influence on the outcome of the game based on effort rather than talent. It is a selfless commitment to the team cause. This can be an act or a role. Brad?
The winner of this award is Sam Walsh.
Well done, Walsh. There you go.
He's certainly cleaning up already. Congratulations to our Coterie winners and a huge thank you to our Coterie groups, the Carltonians, Inner Blue and Spirit of Carlton for tonight's Coterie Awards. As always, we thank you for your ongoing commitment and support of the club. We cross now to Dylan, who's got some friends in Jack and Sam. Dill.
Thank you, Sarah. Sammy, congratulations, mate. I'm sure we're going to be seeing you a lot up here tonight. And voted by some of the most passionate Blue supporters. I'm sure you're very, very proud of these awards.
Yeah, thanks for that, Dill. It's obviously a huge honour to get recognised by the people that have a lot of passion for the club. And, yeah, obviously couldn't have been able to do it without my teammates. But, yeah, I really appreciate all those people that voted.
Oh, I don't know about that, mate. I think maybe you're the only exception to that. I think you probably could have. I don't care what anyone says, mate. How good is watching your own highlights with a little bit of music behind it?
Yeah, you start to get the chills back in the spine and makes you want to run out with the boys tomorrow. But yeah, it was obviously a pretty exciting year when we got to play in front of our fans at the MCG in that early part. And hopefully next year we can get a full 22 rounds of that. And that's something we're all really looking forward to, I reckon.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get to the G and be cheering the boys on. I think we know how important the fans are to the game, and everyone tuning in tonight, we do thank you so much. I know yourself, mate, you're going to say that it's the team, it's everything, but the year, you must be ecstatic with the year. If a few of the boys had to pull their fingers out a little bit more, you probably got a Brownlow medal, and that'd be very nice. But I'm sure there's plenty to come.
Yeah, oh no, thanks for that, Dill. I think you're a bit harsh there, but yeah, it was obviously I was pretty reasonably happy with my year. I sort of transitioned to playing a bit more on ball, and I was able to play to my strengths pretty well and impact games a bit more than I have in the past. And that's something I'll look to do more in the future, and keep on trying to develop my game in all aspects.
And, mate, a big thing that is known for you that your teammates say is your white line fever. They say it's second to none, but apparently the FIFA white line fever is even worse. Is this true?
Yeah, I think a lot of boys can agree. I'm very competitive, like a lot of my teammates are, but I probably get a little bit of a temper, and I'm sure my little brothers would agree with that as well. But yeah, there's plenty, as you know, Dill, around the footy club. Everything's always a competition, and if you're not winning it, it's fair to say I wear my emotions on my sleeve a little bit.
We love it, mate. Don't change. We love everything about you. And on behalf of all the Carlton fans, we just want to thank you for being a Carlton player. We love you, and we just want to say a big thanks to your mum and dad for bringing you into this world, and we're sure we're going to see you up on the stage a lot tonight. So back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Dill.
Oh, I love it. How good is Dill?
Yeah, no, he's good. He's very good.
Almost as good as Sam Walsh. And I believe Dill has another friend.
What about the free plug he's getting for his podcast? It's shameless by you, Buckley.
Yeah, no, well, Dylan Friends, apparently it's just #1 in the chart, so you just have to go to there and you see it.
Download
it's
it.
not too far away, which is good.
Yeah, lovely.
We've got Jack Silvagni coming up next. Jackie there.
Hello, Bucko.
How are you, my friend? Hey, congratulations. You're in very good company, and I don't want to make this all about me tonight, because it definitely isn't, but you know I won that award back in 2015.
No idea. No idea.
Yeah, I think you're lying. In essence, of the Spirit of Carlton, it honestly is an incredible award. It must mean a lot to win this one, especially voted by some past players.
Yeah, it is. It's obviously very special with the club connection.
Yep.
Ooh. I
think we might have dropped out, Jack. Can you hear me? We just might need to connect your mic again. I don't have him there. No, not yet. Not yet. Stalling.
The perils of Zoom.
I think he's saying he's very proud.
I think he is. I think you did know that you won it back in 2015 as well, mate.
Yeah, I think I've trumped him.
Yeah, I think you did a little bit. Yeah. I think we
got me now?
There he is.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Beautiful. Yeah, sorry. AirPods, No, I was saying that, no, I had no idea you won at Bucks, and I am very proud. Spirit of Carlton, obviously, do a lot for the club, and having that connection and to be voted upon by past players is something I cherish.
Yeah, and one thing I really admired about your season this year, in all seriousness, Jack, was the adversity you faced and how much you just kept pushing through. I know how hard it is to sometimes when things aren't going your way. But you just kept going, you kept punching on, you slapped on that shin pad, and the season just turned around. You played some incredible football. How much did you find it? What was the turning point? Was there any conversations you had throughout the year that really, made you stick hard at it?
I think early days, I think I held the record for being subbed out the most, and I was the first ever medical sub, which wasn't ideal. It wasn't really a record I wanted to hold, but I sort of base my game off the stuff I do without the ball, so work rate and sort of effort.
There it is again.
We've lost you again, Jack.
Yeah.
The AirPod again. It was a good question, though, Dill.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think he's playing with his shin pad.
All right, we'll be crossing back to Dill a little bit later, and congratulations to Jack there. Let's turn our attention now to round 7 to 12 of the John Nicholls Medal, proudly presented by Hyundai.
Bangs it long. Palmer sets himself. Spills to the front for Eddie Betts. Hacks it out of midair. Oh, what a goal! Got Eddie on his own the goal square. Can he find a way? And he did it. Big afternoon. Unfolding here for the Blues. Paddy Cripps. He rolls through. And the champ kicks it. Look out where to go. Went to Hunt. Picked his pocket, Eddie. Brilliant. A couple of options. That's not the best one, and a good mark, centre field.
Big goal down. Walsh, another possession to set it up to Williams, who's got plenty on that and drives it all the way home for his first goal as a Blue. Walsh allowed to go, heads toward goal with possession 18.
Meters. Play on a big Harry gives it a roost. He gives it a magnificent roost. He kicked the goal.
Back towards Impey, back towards the wing, and Jones. Beautiful float.
Again, McKay will be in the middle of that pack. Here's Silvagni at ground level. Can he capitalise? Lovely finish. Open the pathway for Dow. Williams has a chance. Kick around the body. Good looking kick as he got the journey. Williams has got it.
How was the big roost from the Big 8? Bradlow, let's get the votes.
Round 7 v Essendon. Matthew Owies 8 votes, Eddie Betts 8 votes, Harry McKay 8 votes, Jacob Weitering 12 votes, Sam Walsh 12 votes. Round 8 v Western Bulldogs. Sam Doherty 6 votes, Lachie Plowman 6 votes, Harry McKay 7 votes, Eddie Betts 10 votes, Jacob Weitering 11 votes. Round 9 v Melbourne. Patrick Cripps 5 votes, Lachie Plowman 5 votes, Harry McKay 5 votes, Sam Walsh 6 votes, Sam Doherty 8 votes. Round 10 v Hawthorn. Zach Williams 7 votes, Patrick Cripps 7 votes, Lachie Plowman 7 votes, Liam Stocker 8 votes, Jacob Weitering 8 votes, Sam Doherty 10 votes, Sam Walsh 11 votes. Round 11 v Sydney Swans. Eddie Betts 5 votes, Jacob Weitering 5 votes, Liam Jones 8 votes, Harry McKay 9 votes, Patrick Cripps 9 votes. Round 12 v West Coast Eagles. Patrick Cripps 5 votes, Jacob Weitering 7 votes, Liam Jones 7 votes and Sam Walsh 8 votes.
Okay, so the leaderboard after 12 rounds of the season, and the big three continued to sit atop the leaderboard. Lloydie, just Ed Curnow, just outside the top 5. Is his preparation and the work rate and his commitment to being the absolute best he can be week in, week out, is it as legendary as we're led to believe it is?
Oh, it certainly is. Like, I love that he he literally turns up to training in the work boots. I think I've seen him turn up to games in work boots, and that sums him up as a player, how hard he trains, just his work rate. Just talented player, but squeezes every ounce out of himself. So yeah, he's a real role model around the place.
Sarah, nice to see Eddie Betts getting his name up on the leaderboard there at the halfway mark.
We do love Eddie Betts. It's tight at the top though, isn't it? Very close. All right. Let's move on to the club awards. Voted by the entire coaching group, the Best Young Player Award is presented to a player who, at the start of the season, is under 21 years of age and has played 10 games or fewer of AFL football and has displayed a commitment to their continual improvement on the field whilst taking a professional and club-first approach off the field. Brad, please reveal the winner.
Yes, the winner of the Best Young Player Award is Liam Stocker.
I think we absolutely clap that winner. My word, we do.
Well done to Liam. Andy certainly thinks it's a very good award for you indeed. All right, time for the Best Clubman Award. This is voted on by the entire coaching group and presented to the individual who has made the greatest on-field and off-field contribution to the club throughout the course of the season. Over to you, Brad.
And the winner of the Best Clubman Award is Marc Pittonet.
Yes. I hope my two-hand clapping has been appreciated here, Sarah.
Another popular winner for old mate over here.
Right.
All right, congratulations to our winners. And now it's time for another old mate in Dylan because he's got some more friends for a chat. Take it away, Dill.
Thanks, Sarah. Congratulations, Stocks. Wrap for you, mate. This is amazing. Blue supporter now. Everyone's been loving the way you've been going about this season. How'd you find it?
I found it pretty special. I thought the year went really well for me, and probably not as well as we would have liked as a club. But comparing to the years prior, I was really happy with how I went and how I sort of fitted in. I was really enjoying the role I had down back, and yeah, just got back to enjoying footy, which was sort of what the year was all about. I couldn't have asked for much more, to be honest.
Hey, as well, we've spoken off field, and I hope that you're okay to talk about it now. But how'd you find the year in terms of the off-field stress and I suppose the media that were talking about everything, and you really proved everyone that the talent you've got this season. Did it play in your mind at any stage?
A little bit, yeah. Having jumped out to the wilderness for 6 or 7 months was pretty strange to come back, but I think it was the best opportunity I ever got to come back in with a fresh slate and sort of show everyone the difference I'd made. And I think most people would agree I was a very different person when I came back. So I guess on one hand, the stress sucked a little bit and there was plenty made of it. But to be able to have that opportunity to just go at it without any inhibitions and be able to just have a real crack at it without worrying about anything else was perfect for me. So I really wouldn't have it any other way.
Has there been anyone that's really taken you under their wing or supported you, given you a message that you needed to hear to get you to that next level that you'd share with us, a mentor as such?
Look, I haven't said it to his face yet because I cried in his last game, but Murph took me under his wing this year and some of the stuff he taught me, not necessarily football related, but just life related. I found that super important and I sort of clung to every word he ever told me. So I don't know if Murph's on here, but to you, mate, you were brilliant for me this year. But Jonesy and Weeders back there as well, whether it was a mistake in game or just going through vision, they were really important. But I think the other one was Lachie Power, who was recognised for his ability to be an assistant coach, but the amount of time away from football he put into me to make me more comfortable at the football club and more comfortable in myself was incredible. And he didn't have to do that, and he did. So to Lukey as well, mate, thank you very much for this year. I love you lots.
That's awesome, mate. And again, your work off field that you're doing at the moment is incredible. It's just as impressive as what you're doing on it. Has that helped you find a lot of balance off field and in doing something outside of the club?
Yeah, it's a little bit therapeutic. For those that don't know, I've started working for Beyond Blue now, which I find really rewarding, and it was actually thanks to a bit of advice from Dill. But I found that stuff a nice way to look past football achievements and just look at what I want to achieve in life and having a nice little purpose on the side, because I'm well aware that footy mightn't last a lifetime. So, yeah, I guess having something else to focus on when things aren't going great or when things are going really well just keeps me pretty centred, which is nice.
Stocks, you're a star. We loved watching you play this season, mate, and ready for a big 2022. Can't wait to see you running out there. I miss those lovely locks, you big handsome boy, but I'm sure we'll get them back soon.
So do I, mate. Thanks.
Thanks, Stocks. And then I guess we'll move over to the big man, the strength. Congratulations, mate, on the best clubman. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, cheers. Stoked with that, to be honest. I didn't expect that at all. So I love that. Boys know what I mean by saying that. So, pretty pumped. Cheers.
Hey, that's honestly, I genuinely think this is one of the best awards you can win at a footy club. I was robbed of a couple of these from Ed Curnow. He just sucks up the coaches so badly. It's not funny. I won one in 2015, but I probably should have won at least 3 more. I think he's got about 7, so it's good that you finally pipped him of another one. But what does it mean to you, mate? What do you do off field? Why do you think you've won it? I know it's hard to talk about yourself like this, but what makes you the best clubman?
I wouldn't really consider myself the best clubman. But yeah, unfortunately, I missed the last 9 games of the year, so I don't really want to wallow that back half of the year. So I'd say it probably came from I tried to just invest as much energy and time into the other boys as I could. So just getting down to the twos and, finding out what the boys are working on, being able to help them in those games and then in trainings. And then, just really sort of bouncing off the walls day to day during the week. Wasn't having to get up every game back half of the year, so I had a bit more energy than the rest of the boys. As you know, your body gets a bit tired later in the year, so I like to think I created a bit of spark.
We love that. I'm sure you did. Now, mate, I just want to put this one to bed. I'm sorry for anyone that's holding on to their sleep here, but strength, the nickname, I'm sure we've all heard the story, but if we haven't, basically there's a rumour going around that you've, in a game, you've pushed out one of the premier ruckmans in the AFL and just yelled out strength in his face. Is this true? And who was it?
I'm not certain, but if I did do it, I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I get a bit random when I chat on field, but if it did happen, it would have been against Gawn in round 2 last year.
How good! So you've gone to Max Gawn. He's just won a flag, and the only person he's scared of is you.
Yeah, it was only the 8th game of my career at that point, so I had a lot to go on.
That's so good, mate. Lastly, what are you working on for the rest of the off season? I know it's a big time for you. You're in Ripping Nick. Saw you running around the other day, and I was getting very excited for 2022. Is it just getting some good work into the legs?
Yeah, just building that endurance base, adding more forward craft to my game, and just getting back to what I'm good at, which is being a contested bull. So being able to come in, be physical, and clear some paths for the boys. So yeah, just get bigger, stronger, faster, fitter.
We love it. More strength in Premier Ruckman's faces next year. I want to see that up and about. Thanks so much, Pitto. In all seriousness, congratulations on this award. It's a really good one, and there's a reason you won it, because you're a superstar on and off the field.
Thanks, mate.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks very much to Dylan there. And there's a reason that Dylan's doing so well post-career, because the colour and candour he gets out of these interviewees is just simply sensational.
Did you know that you knew the strength nickname, did you?
I had heard that murmurings around the place, so it's good to get the confirmation.
That's why he got targeted to the club, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, mate, that is elite questioning and elite storytelling. Well done to you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, Jill. Now, Andy, can you please summarise the VFL and VFLW results this year?
Yeah, of course, Sarah. It wasn't the year that we wanted because of COVID, of course. We'd like to take a moment, however, to recognise our VFL and VFLW best and fairest winners. The COVID impact on the VFL competition was huge across 2020 and 21. It was full of uncertainty and eventually cut short, sadly. We acknowledge the hard work of those involved for persevering to get away as many games as they possibly could. We did, however, award a couple of worthy winners within the program. Our VFLW best and fairest winner for 2021 with a total of 56 votes was Kayla Peterson, who did a magnificent job. Let's have a look back at some of Kayla's highlights when she was in full flight.
Kick towards half forward, finds Peterson. Great pick up on the 50. Dodges her opponent. To kick it back inboard. Peterson with a nice pick up. Kicks it inside forward 50. Whoa. Peterson!
Puts boots a ball at 37.5 metres and gets it no problem.
But there is Peterson. She has time to stop and collect, and again shrugs up her opponent, puts it on the boot, and it's a goal there to Peterson and Carlton's first goal on the board.
Well done to Akela, and on behalf of every commentator in football, we don't need people saying 37.5 metres. That is out from goal. That is far too precise and puts pressure on the rest of us to get things right. We like getting things wrong and getting away with it. Our 2021 VFL Best and Fairest winner, with a total of 64 votes, played some slashing games, was Ben Crocker. Let's witness Ben in BNF form from across the season. He really did play some outstanding footy, as did Akela. We congratulate the VFL and VFLW Best and Fairest winners on the seasons they put together. Time now to cross over to one of the favourite people. She is one of the superstars of the Carlton Footy Club. She should be on the track hard at work. I suspect that she's taken some time out of her training session to be here with us tonight. It's the one and only Darcy Vescio. How lovely to see your smiling face, Darce. Confirm or deny you've cut short your training session to be here with us tonight?
Yeah, confirm. But I tell you what, the girls are devastated that you're not out here with us tonight, Andy.
Well, yeah, no, the calf muscle. No, I can report the calf muscle's sort of okay, but the reason you played the footy you played last year, Darce, and had the success you had individually was because there were no corners being cut. So don't make this a habitual piece of behaviour from you, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah, I guess, the past few seasons I've been learning about what my body's capable of and just trying to push myself out on the track. I think fitness has never been, a forte of mine. So to come in season 5 in a bit better shape was really important, and that's probably what set me up.
It's awesome to see the way you work at your craft, and you got exactly what you deserved last year. You're still only a baby, Darce, and yet with the departure of a couple of key players, former teammates of yours, you're now one of the veterans of this group. How does that sit with you?
Yeah, it is strange. I think Elise is the eldest on our list, and she's 30, and I'm 28 now. But I have started to feel the divide, I must admit, in the past little while. Just not understanding what the younger girls are saying and actually being able to say, I've got a decade on you. It happens really quickly. It wasn't happening at 26, but now they say things and I actually have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, that terrifies me because you're one of the coolest people I've ever had the good fortune of meeting. Does the leadership stuff sit nicely with you? Is it part of your new footy, this next part of your footy journey that you enjoy?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like for a long time I sort of felt like I didn't really know anything. I just felt like, I just play football and I don't really know anything about structure, or I don't have much to teach. But yeah, I feel like the past few seasons I've sort of come to realise that it's your experience that you can pass on, and you might not always do it the way you see other people lead, but it means a lot to the girls around you to be able to share what you know and put them in a better position too.
Which you continually do. You're a superstar at it. It is a young group that you're going to be part of this year. Just give us a sense for Mimi Hill's recovery from that knee injury. It was devastating for us all to see last year, but from the outside looking in, Darcy, she's put in a power of work. How's she looking to you?
Yeah, Mimi's doing very well, I think. From what I've seen, she's still fit and fast. She won our yo-yo tests, and every time I see the coaches around her, they're just having to pull her back because, she just wants to do everything, and she's feeling fantastic. So fingers crossed she can, slide back in when the season rolls around. Give us a bold prediction, Darcy, before we let you go. What can we expect from the game changers down there at Carlton this year? Give us a strong lead. Oh, well, I think we're all pretty excited to give next season a crack, seeing as though, we were pretty disappointed with 2021. So I feel like everyone's feeling very fresh, pretty different looking team. I feel like it'll be fast attacking football. But yeah, I'm excited to see the young girls take that next step too.
You are a multimedia superstar yourself. Dylan Buckley's been promoting his own podcast on the way through shamelessly tonight. Would you like to give any of your products a bit of a pump up just before we let you go?
I would love to say that I've been invited on Dylan Friends tomorrow, so
Whoa.
I will be.
Well, this is going to be one of the great Dylan friends of all time. Darcy, I'll see you Saturday morning. Good to see you smiling, and we can't wait for the ball to be bounced on the next season. Thanks for being part of it tonight.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks, everyone.
She's a superstar. God love her. Now, we've got to get back to the club awards before we get back to the John Nicholls Medal count. Proudly, of course, presented by Hyundai. Club awards. Winners are going to be announced by Bradley Lloyd, aren't they, Sarah?
That is right. And Dylan Darcy, it has a nice ring to it, that podcast. I'll be tuning in.
What it does.
All right, next up is the Club Coaches Award, voted by the senior coach in conjunction with the entire coaching group and awarded to the player that has the greatest impact on team performance and a positive impact on those around them throughout the course of the season. In doing so, the nominated player has excelled in one of the club's values or team's trademarks. Brad, the winner is...
It's the winner of the Coaches Award is Jacob Weitering.
No arguments there. I like the music as well. All right, the most valuable Bluebagger or MVB is a player voted award across the pre-season and in-season. Players vote after each week on a player they believe who has lived out our values the best or had a significant impact or moment at training, at the game or off the field during that week. Over to Brad again to announce the winner.
It's a great award to win this one, and the winner of the MVB is Jacob Weitering once again.
Ooh,
hello.
Magnificent. Back to back.
All right, congratulations to Jacob, our winner of both awards. Over to deal with just one friend this time as he scooped both awards in the segment in Jacob Weitering.
Thanks, Sarah. Weeders, congratulations on the Quinella, my friend. That's very impressive.
Thanks, Dill. Thank you very much.
Very significant awards. Firstly, the Coaches Award. What does it mean to receive that?
Yeah, obviously massive, unfortunate. Obviously, the coach is now gone. But at the same time, it should be said, and I think most players would agree, we'd like to thank Tiggy for what he's done for the club, both as a player and as a coach. And, yeah, massive privilege to win the award for sure.
For sure. And like Tiggy, the new coach, Vossi, absolutely brutal. One of the most brutal players I've seen play the game. And I'm sure the boys are going to be really looking forward to putting their heads over the pill next year. What's the communication been like with the new coach thus far?
Yeah, he's been great so far with most of the boys. I think he's been in just about every day since he got the job. We've had probably 15 to 20 boys going into the club and getting their work done. As you said, you saw Pittonet the other day. So he's been in, just communicating, getting to know us. It's not so much about footy, just building those relationships at the moment. And he's doing a terrific job at that. And it's really exciting to have him and obviously all the new coaches, Aaron Hamill, for me as our new defensive coach, got to meet him the other week. And it's very exciting times. And as Cripps has said and a few players have said, we're pumped to get back into it.
That back six, Weeders, it's a very tight-knit group at Carlton Footy Club. It always seems to be hanging out very, very closely. What does it mean to be in that back six? I know how tight the whole group is there.
Yeah, you're right. It's a team within a team. It's a good place to be, good place to play for sure. Some good battles against the forwards throughout training this year, and we've got some great guys down there. Some great talent, and for us, we probably weren't overly satisfied with what we produced out on the field this year, and it'd be something we're looking to certainly improve on next year. And I think Aaron Hamill, the guys who got in, and the guys that are still there, obviously, I think Jonesy's hit big 30 now, and hopefully Doc gets back as well at some point next year. It's going to be really exciting. So,
Witters, just on the last one with your leadership this year, mate. Apparently, that's been one of the biggest facets of your game that's really, really grown. In terms of conversations, having tough conversations with players, is that something that's really, you've started to hang your hat on and really bring that into your game?
Yeah, I guess there's a time and a place for those sort of conversations, but for me, it was sort of just being myself. Probably took a bit like stock, a bit of time to gel, and I guess, get a bit more involved in the playing group. And yeah, for me, over the last couple of years, I've just believed in what I can do on and off the field. And I guess my leadership, along with help from, you know, your Sam Dohertys and your Crippers and Andrew Russell, it certainly helps. So, no, I'm just trying to do what I do best. And yeah, hopefully that works.
You are, mate. You're doing a great job. Last one, on a list of 1 to 44 in the playing group, where do you rate your shaved head?
Personally, I'd say top 10. I've had a few. That's maybe not my personal opinion, but I've had a few boys give me a few compliments. Jack went on it. I was on Instagram Live with Jack when I did it, and he said I've actually got a few greys going through, so a little bit worried there. But no, I don't mind it too much. My partner doesn't mind it either, so we'll see how it goes.
Who's got the worst one?
I'll lock everyone.
Love it, mate. Congratulations and best of luck for 2022. We love to see you out there.
Thanks, cheers.
I love the no hesitation there. Well, thank you, Dill, for your time tonight. It's been an absolute joy, and we can't wait to tune in to the latest Dill and Friends with Darcy Vescio, Dill and Dust, and we'll keep in touch over the summer. Thanks so much.
Go Blues.
You're a superstar. Well done.
It's time now to celebrate an amazing achievement and welcome the AFL Coleman medalist of 2021. But before we do, let's enjoy some highlights of Harry in action.
Really good start to this second term for the Blues. It's nice. Aaron Pye, set shot. Handles the moment. To McKay. Third. Trusts his right boot. Career high. The 6. He's loved it. Struck that one. A right footed to a left. From Harry.
Pops it through. As has got the legs.
Bangs it around the body.
Kick is on its way.
Nervous.
Assist number 6.
And now McKay right in front. No problem. Impossible to stop.
To put the Blues in front.
The Coleman medal. Oh, he's got a bending ball play on early. McKay, and he does.
They love it.
Dinner kicks his bird. Magnificent.
He does. Skides it through. Third.
Normally snap sleeves on. McKay gets an arrow. McKay.
The leader in the race for the Coleman. He bends it. All the tall kids are doing it well. Drives it home.
29th of the year.
Puts it home. For his third.
When it matters, they stand up.
First.
Around on the left.
Beautiful.
At 4 more to
McKay.
Held that one through the banana.
A magnificent season for Harry indeed. So let's welcome him, a very warm welcome to the 2021 Coleman medalist who's going to have a chat with Andy.
Big fella, well done. Congratulations on everything. You are wearing that very well, the hair very well, may I say. Amongst all of them, was there one that was your favourite right across the season, one of your goals?
Got a couple, Andy.
Yep.
No, the Hawthorn one was pretty good. Didn't mind that one, but a couple against Essendon in the last quarter weren't too bad. But yeah, there's a couple, mate, but they're all pretty straightforward.
So I'm not going to ask you about the drop punt around the body because I know you're sick and tired of being asked about that. But your pre-kick routine, the little 3 flip of the footy in your left hand that you do, did you think about that? Was that something you worked out as a kind of pre-kick routine?
It's actually the right hand, Andy. So
right hand, sorry, Harry. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I guess we always speak about having a routine and, yeah, every time you kick, make sure you go back to your routine and doesn't matter what the situation is or the type of kick, doing the same thing every time. So, yeah, I guess it's just something that I worked out and it feels comfortable. So.
Well, I got a bone to pick with you, mate. I've got 3 girls who love playing footy and every single time now, and I don't mean every now and again, I mean every single time, we have a kick at the park, every single one of them in the right hand flips the footy 3 times before they kick it to the sister or back to me. It's driving us mad and it's making kicking in the park go for way too long. So if you could just abbreviate that for us, that'd be terrific, mate.
Sorry about that, mate, but as long as they're kicking straight, that's the main thing. So hopefully they keep on doing it.
What are you doing with the All-Australian blazer? It's a fascination to me, this sort of stuff. You get the blazer, you look delighted to get it, and then a lot of blokes never see it again. What have you done with yours?
No, I actually haven't got a blazer, Andy, to be honest. When we did the interview, it was just one from a few years back, so I'm not sure if it's got lost in the mail or held up with the Australian Post delays, but yeah, I haven't actually got it, so I'm not sure what it's doing.
That is highly controversial. This breaking news here on the 2021 John Nicholls Medal count. You are expecting to get a blazer, I take it?
I guess so. Maybe ask Walsh. He might have already got his. I'm not sure.
Yeah, have a word to him. How's the shoulder?
Yeah, body's really good. Shoulder's good, mate. So yeah, pretty close to 100% now, which is nice. It's been a pretty good summer so far. Been able to train and yeah, really enjoying getting to work. So yeah, I'll be back playing now if the season is running. So body's feeling good.
Top 3 in the count at this stage. Just before we let you go, how do you fancy your chances from here?
Yeah, not great, probably. I think it's pretty clear the top 2. Walsh and Weiters, they had amazing years. They're professionals and they put in a lot of hard work, so it's not rocket science while they're playing really good footy and up the top of the count. So yeah, they're amazing players. They had awesome years. So yeah, well done to everybody who's won so far tonight. But yeah, looking forward to those 2 finishing off strong.
Well, Harry, thank you for your time and enjoy the count for the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Is it really every time with the ball?
Every time. You notice it every single. I thought it was every single time he does it. Yeah, driving us mad at the park.
Yeah, he's worked hard on his routine, so I think every blade of grass on the inside 50, he knows what he's doing with his kick. So yeah, good luck to him.
He was far too serious for my liking. That's not the Harry McKay we've become accustomed to at all.
All right, let's turn our attention now to rounds 13 and 18 of the John Nicholls Medal, proudly presented by Hyundai.
To Walsh, who uses his left to float it. Betts thought about getting involved, and Kennedy. Saad's going to try and do it on his own, then he just bends the kick around. Pittonet all on his own, he's got it.
The Blues in general. Saad, down. Cripps, Saad, on the move. Little down step was good. Couple of bounces. Can take it himself and launch long. Inspirational. Blues on fire at the moment. And Cripps, little shrug off. Hanging off him like a tape at the moment. And the Blues Superman goes long. There's no kryptonite for Cripps tonight. In direction. Plowman an early glide. And he's plucked it like a dove in flight. Eat my dust. Forward pocket. Weitering. What a grab. Walsh at the back. Kept it in. A little roller. Big moment. Kennedy. Walsh. Bends it. Brilliant. It just keeps on rising. Runs inside 50. Stylish bounce. Looks up. It's his to spend. He's a superstar.
Stocker. The Silvagni. What about that?
Silvagni with one for Nono.
Walsh, here he is. Straightens up and has delivered. Is there nothing this young man can't do?
Seeing a lot of Sam Walsh in those highlights. Brad, let's take it away with rounds 13 to 18, but of course round 13 was the bye.
Yep, so round 14 v GWS Giants. Adam Saad, 4 votes. Matthew Owies, 4 votes. Jacob Weitering, 6 votes. Harry McKay, 7 votes. Matthew Kennedy, 9 votes. Round 15 v Adelaide Crows. Jack Martin, 9 votes. Adam Saad, 9 votes. Zach Williams, 11 votes. Sam Walsh, 13 votes. Round 16 v Fremantle. Liam Stocker, 7 votes. Nick Newman, 7 votes. Eddie Betts, 7 votes. Jack Martin, 7 votes. Adam Saad, 7 votes. Patrick Cripps, 9 votes. Jack Silvagni, 10 votes. Jacob Weitering, 12 votes. Sam Walsh, 12 votes. Round 17 v Geelong. Nick Newman, 8 votes. Adam Saad, 8 votes. Lachie Plowman, 9 votes. Jacob Weitering, 12 votes. Sam Walsh, 14 votes. Round 18 v Collingwood. Harry McKay, 9 votes. Adam Saad, 9 votes. Zach Williams, 10 votes. Matthew Kennedy, 12 votes. Sam Walsh, 15 votes.
So at the end of round 18, Adam Saad and Zach Williams picking up some votes there in the end, and a rich vein of form for the pair of them. See Saad get into the top 5 of counting with a handful of rounds to go. Great to see him up there. Great to see him kicking goals like the one he did against Adelaide. That Pearson, it's a classic Adam Saad move, and let's hope there's plenty more of those to come in coming seasons.
Yeah, we like to give him the ball wherever he can, and yeah, that was trademark Adam Saad.
So it's still Walsh, Weitering and McKay up the front as we close in on the final round of voting. We still have lots of special moments to come as 2021 has seen the retirement of two of Carlton's most beloved players. The dedication, hard work and loyalty shown by these two is second to none. Enjoy a few highlights which barely scrape the surface of the 650-game combined careers.
Congratulations to Marc Murphy, 300 games of AFL football.
And they were the worst last year, so they've improved that part. Murphy onto the non-preferred side. The young man with great composure.
And the career of Eddie Betts over.
Betts to run onto it. They need something special. Can Eddie deliver? Have a look at that for the first goal of your career. What a beauty!
He's been champion of the game the last 300 games.
He's been there, he stayed fat through some really difficult times.
350 games, arguably the most universally loved player in the history of the game.
The smother by Betts, kept it alive. The impossible goal! Goal of the year, Eddie!
They were coming one after the other, the Blues, and the skipper's been super. And he's only getting better.
He's got three. He's on fire.
I just want to say a big thank you to the entire football club.
And I want to thank every single one of you guys and girls.
Yeah, I feel really grateful to have been here over about 16 years.
You've been a part of my life since I was an 18-year-old kid from Calgary to Boomerang Crescent. You know, this footy club's been my second home for a long time.
Eddie, dance step. Oh, one more time, Eddie. Don't you love it? Wide Murphy, wise head with the banana, as good as it's ever got for Murph.
He knew straight away too. What a celebration.
Around, step back. Did well. O'Shea didn't take it out. Still a chance, Eddie. That is amazing. Eddie's back. White gives it up to Murphy. He's got Betts short. He goes himself. Says leave it to me.
That's the target. Here's Betts in the pocket. Holds it one-handed. Bends it through for a goal.
Yes. Murphy measures things up. Banana ball. He couldn't have. He has. That is brilliant.
He's in and out. Betts has kicked it. He's got 5.
Take them all on. Fisher, clever. Murphy, the veteran. The sidestep. The banana. Marc Murphy to try and win it to the Blues at the death.
Big jump. Eddie Betts turns back the clock.
Closing in on 300 games. Beautifully weighted kick. Eddie got it back to Marc Murphy. On the bounce, sat up. He's got the right foot. Banana. Marc Murphy kicks. Superb goal.
The same old blue that they've always loved, that the footy world loves.
There's nothing better than being disjoint when it's up and going.
Stick with each other, look after each other, because success is just around the corner. In the famous words of Kobe Bryant, Eddie out.
Well done, Eddie Betts. Well done, Marc Murphy.
Sorry. It's a highlights package that genuinely brings tears to the eyes. What a ride and what an honour to have them both in the studio with us tonight, Marc Murphy and Eddie Betts. Good to see you both.
See Andy.
When you watch the highlights package, when you sit there watching that, what do you think? How far back in the journey together that you shared do you go?
I understand. Yeah.
Big Metro days back in the day, wasn't it? When we
He
I was captain back then.
Weitering beat forward, didn't he?
No, I say 2004.
Is that the first time you kind of bumped into one another?
Yeah. Second year in a row he's been robbed.
I was Quarter Cannons.
Very unlucky.
Quarter Cannons. But yeah, I think I drafted it end of 2004 season. 2005, and you were 2005.
I was a year after you, yeah. So spent a bit of time together pre-Carlton, and still had the tricks back then when he was a young lad making his way, and continued on for 350 games.
We saw in the highlights you each weren't afraid to give it to one another on the way through. Who set the other one up the most on the way, do you reckon? Who had the most goals and who had the most goal assists between you?
I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I was probably up the ground, so you'd think...
He was kicking into me.
Well, you made a bit of an art form of the running check side and the falling away check side. Was that always part of yours, or did you steal a bit from him on the way through?
I think that was
always
yours. He just did a bit of anything. Like he's a bit more of a freak. I was more the banana. I didn't have a left foot or anything, so use the banana.
More of the getting pushed, laying on the back.
hands up.
In the wet, so...
So
a bit of fun.
I'll ask you each the same question. You go first. What was the best thing about playing footy with him?
He just has fun. Like, he could do the miraculous stuff, and always a hard worker, unselfish, but just made you enjoy football when you're out there with him. Made opposition look silly. You're talking about Slattery off camera then.
Yeah.
That goal against Essendon was probably one of the better ones I've seen, just more dancing around, having a bit of a laugh and then kicking one. Then
could you work out what he was doing at times? I mean, you're standing that close to him and he's making blokes miss from inches away. Could you work out what was going through his mind?
I don't think he probably knows, do you? He's a bit of a
really.
freak, like even at training just does stuff that most people can't do. And it's just more just playing with the game, playing with the football, and that's why he's such a gun, because do the things that not many other blokes could do.
What about playing with Murph, Ed? What was the best thing about having him as a teammate for as long as you did?
I guess playing with Murph, he's been one of the best leaders, I guess, with the Carlton Football Club, the way that he led this football club through their darkest days, I would say. We've been down at the bottom for a long time, and Murph had to front the media and the way that he led. It was all Australian in those days as well, and just an unbelievable midfielder, led from the front, and he brought those young players along with him. And the things that he can do, left foot check side, He led the clearances at one stage there in the AFL. It was unbelievable the stuff that Murph could do. But for me, looking at Murph, I think it was his leadership, the way that he led this young group, coming in at a young age too. So when were you captain? How old were you?
25, I think, 24.
Yeah. 24, 25. So he was a young captain, and to lead the Carlton Football Club, one of the biggest clubs, or is the biggest club in the AFL, through their darkest days, to front the media. The pressure was on the football club, and he had to front that.
Yeah.
To stand up for his teammates, the football club, and the player just shows a lot about his leadership and how he led this football club. And looking back and playing with Murph, I guess everything that he's done. You look at the goals, you look at everything, the All Australian, leading the clearances. But I guess that leadership that he showed throughout this football club, and he'll go down as one of the best leaders here at the Carlton Football Club.
You keep going, and then you answer the same question. You spent half your life playing footy, both of you, at the elite level. Does it go as quickly as people say it does?
I think it does. 17 years, I played AFL footy at the senior level, and, you can't take things for granted. And, the message, if I want to say anything to the younger kids, just make sure you do everything in your power to make yourself better, to make your teammates better, to play the best footy you can be, because by the click of the finger, it could be all over.
Yeah.
I played 17 years, but it felt like it's been 2 or 3 years, to be honest, and now it's all over. So, yeah, it does go really quick, and it's been an extraordinary journey, and I love the journey that I had.
Yeah. How do you reflect upon that question?
Yeah, well, it's almost. I feel the young guys will probably laugh at that question, because that's something you always get asked when you retire, and every retiree always goes, geez, it goes quick.
Yeah.
But it seriously does. And you suppose when you get into the AFL system, first of all, you try and get a game, and then you try and cement your spot in the side, try and win games of football. But we're always looking for that target of playing in a premiership, and unfortunately we both couldn't get there. But you spend a lot of your time looking ahead, and you sort of lose being in the present sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's almost a message that I tried to say to the guys, live in the present. Why can't we do it now, rather than looking, we'll be better next year, because it just doesn't eventuate sometimes.
Yeah.
So we had a few years there where 8, 9, 10, 11, we thought we were probably going to be a premiership side after that, and unfortunately didn't go the way in which we would have loved. And we'll probably look back at those times, and he'll look back at his time at Adelaide and almost getting there.
Yeah.
So I'm very envious of the guys who are sitting in that Zoom at the moment, all got that opportunity to still play for Carlton and a chance to win a flag at Carlton. So I know how hard workers they are, and they'll work their butts off to get there, and hopefully they can get there, and we can all have a smile on our faces watching it.
And we have the talent. The football club has the talent.
Yeah.
If we just got to believe in that game plan and go out and work hard. And if anyone's at home now watching all the boys, just look at what Sam Walsh does, week in, week out. The stuff that he does with Lachie Power during weights, the extra touch, the extra craft, to get himself right, and just shows the way that he's played this year.
And they're a type tight-knit group, and you can only look at that screen to see the support they've got for their skipper, who's going through a really tough time at the moment. And everyone within the football club, not just players but staff, have shaved their heads in support of the skipper. So they're a tight group. They'll show it out there next year, I'm sure, and we'll love watching them.
It's good to see you there, Sam, too. I know you've got your mic off, mate. I'm sure everybody will be feeling the same way. It's great to see you there. What does it say to you two both? You've helped create whatever's there now. You've been part of it. The fact that every single player on that screen right now, without even a question mark about it, has done what you've done to support Doc. What does that tell you about the group that you've left behind?
Oh, it just tells you they're all in it together, and it's not just about one bloke and someone's going through a really tough period and everyone's jumping on board to support. I'm very envious not being able to be a young 20-year-old there playing with those blokes. And I'll sit back as a 34-year-old and no doubt having a few beers, watch them put on display next year. But there's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and I can't wait to watch them next year and the years ahead.
Yeah, just got to stay connected. I mean, the Carlton Football Club is your family, you know. So you've put on this jersey. Like I said, it's not the number on the back; it's the logo on the front that everyone cares about. So just make sure you stay connected.
So what are you going to miss about it most? Playing. I mean, you'll still have a connection to the game, obviously, in whatever shape that might come. But your playing days at this level are over. Has it crystallised yet in your own mind? What are you going to miss most about it?
Certainly won't be the running. We're probably not the biggest or the best runners have probably ever graced the footy field. I've gone for a few runs since, and I know it's certainly a good time to retire. But I think just working hard together, achieving something, like some of the best times you have in football is those tight wins and winning together and just sharing a laugh after a win in the change rooms and singing the song with everyone and seeing the smiles on faces when you're walking off the ground of Carlton fans, and then your family who greet you in the change rooms after. That's what it's all about. So that's something that I'll certainly miss.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I'm the same as Murph, you know, just playing footy, going in there, getting strapped, you know, getting ready to run out on the MCG or wherever it is, just to play footy with your teammates. And I've always said it, you've got the best job in the world. You've got 40-odd teammates, you go in, you have fun with it. And I had it for 17 years, just having banter and knowing that when you're going out to play game, that's when, you know, it's getting serious. This is where you turn it on.
Yeah.
But when you're in the rooms, you know, there's always got certain different groups, but you always have banter, have a laugh and have a joke. And but AFL footy is tough at times. You know, you think about the fun, you go out and play footy, but then the media scrutiny, everything comes with it, mental health and all of this stuff. So it is pretty tough at times, but I'm going to miss being around the boys, to be honest. Missing, you know, all these boys stealing stuff out of my lockers. I had a little lolly jar there. Jackie Carroll was one of the main corporates. I could see him down here. Jack Silvagni, little snitch, and just being part of this group here, it's you're going to miss, you know, because you've been around it for so long. They become like family, and they still will be family. The Carlton Football Club will be family to both of us still, and you know we'll follow the journey. But we're going to miss playing footy.
Well, lads, on behalf of every Carlton supporter who never got to do what you two did so many times, thanks for everything you gave to the Jumper and the footy club and to one another. We appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. Good on you.
Thanks, Andy.
All the best. We acknowledge another great servant of the club as well, Levi Casbolt, who joined the club in 2010, now departs with a life membership after 153 games and 154 goals. He will always be part of the Carlton faithful. Great to have these two in the studio with us tonight. We all know only too well that with all the highs and lows of footy clubs come the tough times as well, and we sadly farewelled some iconic Carlton figures throughout 2021. Please take a moment of reflection as we honour those who have left us this year. Forever Carlton.
This is Staria. Technology light years ahead of its time. Windows stretch to galaxies beyond.
Legacy, so many of those people who've left behind it in their time walking through the Carlton Football Club. Now time to talk to our new senior coach of our great footy club, Michael Voss. Joins us on the night of our best and fairest count of 2021. Vossy, lovely to see you here tonight. Lovely to have you at our footy club. You grew up a Carlton supporter. Has the magnitude of what you might be part of next and the size of this footy club, has it all kind of dawned on you now that you've got your feet under the desk?
Yeah, the support has been overwhelming, and I thank everybody for that, because it's sort of not lost on me the significance of this job and what we've got ahead of us. It's been fantastic to be able to walk through the halls of the club, and probably the highlights have been being able to talk to some former greats, where I've had some chance to have a chat with them, but also be able to spend some time with the players who are in Melbourne currently. So it's been a big few weeks.
Can you give us a sense, the conversations you have had with the players that are going to be, coached by you and the rest of the crew there? Can you give us a sense for what you're getting from those players as they ready themselves for their next pre-season?
No, I think the initial stage is just purely them getting to know me and me to understand their story and where they've been and what their hopes are and their own story. And I think it's really important that you spend time understanding each other and the story that we have to tell, and that's where you form your first part of identity. And when you're really clear on that, you can sort of take that out and play on the football field. But I'll spend a bit of time doing that, but also probably getting some perspective of where we've been in the last 12 months. And I must say, while probably on the outside it hasn't looked great, I look at that with a lot of optimism, because there are some things that we can get to straight away that can certainly change our fortunes pretty quickly.
We obviously acknowledge the work done on a night like this for everybody that's been there before you, but it is a new coaching crew that you get in, by and large. You must be excited to work with some blokes that you know and have known for a while, and a couple who come to our footy club with very high credentials.
Yeah, it's outstanding. I mean, obviously there's already some outstanding people there already. I get to re-engage with my old mate Luke Power. Many of the boys wouldn't know this, but we had to call him Billy because Lee told us that we weren't allowed to call him Luke anymore because he wasn't a kid. So we called him Billy the Kid instead. So just to change it up, but it's good to come back with my old mate. And then obviously the coaches that we've been able to add to the group. The objective was to put the best support available around these guys to be able to get the best out of themselves. And the coaches have been able to get with Ash Hansen, Aaron Hamill, Tim Clark. I just couldn't have asked for a better group to surround these guys. They're just enormously hard workers, very team orientated. They coach really well, and they will spend every minute with the players to make them better. So it's a good starting point.
Michael, what are you most looking forward to as Carlton coach?
I'm actually looking forward to that first moment where we get to play in front of our fans again, their members, and we've got a large volume of work to get to in the next little while, and there's a fair bit of stuff that we've got to get to work on. And the only way that we're going to be able to earn respect is by the work that we put in, and then we get to put that on display when we get to play next year. And to have the fans in the stands, I think we're all really looking forward to that and be able to play in front of our members and for them to be really proud of the way that we play. And, if we do cop our losses, then it's because we've played the right way and it's because we've played for each other. And I think when you can play like that, then you can become a connected football team.
you've just about answered the last question I was going to put in front of you, and that is the message to the members. There's been an enormous rallying at a time of need from the members. The numbers that have signed on over the last 4 or 5 years have been astronomical. Is there anything you'd like to add to that final message as we gather again and ready ourselves for not only the AFLW season just around the corner, but for the AFL season thereafter?
I think we've all really been taken aback as a football industry, certainly when you're inside the bubble and just what's happening around us. And as we've been sort of secluded and isolated and almost taken away from our corporates and our fans, and because they haven't been able to attend games yet, we've just had this massive rally of support across the AFL, and members have signed on, and it's not lost on anyone, not lost in anyone in this football club. We value every one of our members, and we are so damn determined to ensure that when they watch us play, that it's something that they'll be talking about all week, and it's something they can be really proud of. But in the meantime, we've got to get to work, and we have to get uncomfortable.
Mate, from the bottom of this Carlton heart and the 80,000 other members and the hundreds of thousands supporters around the joint, mate, the very best of luck. We wish you well. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks, and congratulations to all the winners as well, and also to Eddie and Murph. They've been fantastic champions as a football club. I was part of the entourage who tried to get Murph to Brisbane and caught him, and Carlton was in his heart, and he came here and become an absolute champion in this football club. And unfortunately, I got front row seat of watching Eddie at Adelaide Oval, put on his brilliant best. But congratulations to those two as well.
It was pretty nice of you too, on behalf of all those Brisbane blokes, not to let Marc Murphy forget about his decision that he made too. Vossy, well done on that. Good on you.
No worries, guys.
Thanks, Ed. All the very best.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we focus on the final stages of the 2021 count, I want to welcome Carlton's greatest ever player and one of the greatest in the history of the AFL. So great, in fact, that in 2004, the Carlton Best and Fairest Award was renamed the John Nicholls Medal in recognition of John Nicholls. He is a record 5 times winner, 4-time runner-up and a 2-time third-place getter in the Carlton Best and Fairest Award. John played 328 games for Carlton and was a premiership player in 1968, 1970 and 1972. He's captained the club, he's coached the club and represented Victoria 31 times. John Nicholls is not only a Carlton legend, but a legend of Australian football.
It's a wonderful honour. I've had a lot in my 60-odd years, but to me Carlton has been my life, and to have the name after in my name, I'm thrilled and honoured, because it is a great honour. I'm just so buoyant. So to all of our members watching tonight, if you haven't joined up, please do, because we need you, and the players the feeling there is so good for next year, and I'm excited already, even though it's a long time to go. So the Carlton brand will be back on the top again. Yes, look, tonight is a club night, best and fairest. Every player should enjoy each other's company, because the club is one of the greatest and will be again. So to be part of that and to be part of nights like this in best and fairest voting, good luck to everyone. I know the best ones will win, but I don't know who it is, but good luck to them, you're right.
Thanks there to John. Let's continue with the vote count now. We are ready to see our final vote count and award 2021's Best and Fairest. Here are the highlights from rounds 19 to 23 of the John Nicholls Medal, proudly presented by Hyundai.
Clever tap. Fisher and Curnow raffle it. Curnow in game 2. Put it in the highlights reel. And well done, 200.
Went backwards there to Curnow. And Charlie Curnow off one step. Just went bang.
A chance to make them pay and get it back level. He squeezed it home. We're all tied up at Marvel Stadium.
Houston captured brutally by Kennedy with emphasis. Sends it into the pocket from behind Casbolt. Durden, he saw his way through, and Honey milked it and put it right through the middle. Murphy, top of the squares where the heat is on, and Honey, he's got it!
And made it tough for Kemp. And he spins. Yeah! And away! Now the kick in front of too fast for his legs to be able to kick it properly. Might still work. Hand up was delightful. And a spear through goal for Durden. His first goal in VFL footy. Bouncing ball, Sprout had to stand under it. Little flick over the top. Beautiful stuff. To Eddie Betts.
All right, we're at the business end of the vote count now. Brad Lloyd, take it away.
Round 19 v North Melbourne. Ed Curnow, 4 votes. Liam Jones, 4 votes. Sam Walsh, 4 votes. Jack Martin, 6 votes. Patrick Cripps, 8 votes. Jack Silvagni, 8 votes. Round 20 v St Kilda. Matthew Kennedy, 10 votes. Jack Martin, 10 votes. Patrick Cripps, 12 votes. Harry McKay, 13 votes. Sam Walsh, 13 votes. Jack Silvagni, 14 votes. Round 21 v Gold Coast Suns. Josh Honey, 4 votes. Jack Martin, 4 votes. Nick Newman, 6 votes. Jacob Weitering, 7 votes. Round 22 v Port Adelaide. Nick Newman, 3 votes. Adam Saad, 4 votes. Sam Walsh, 4 votes. Jacob Weitering, 9 votes. Round 23 v GWS Giants. Levi Casbolt, 7 votes. Eddie Betts, 7 votes. Sam Walsh, 8 votes. Nick Newman, 9 votes. Jacob Weitering, 9 votes. Ed Curnow, 13 votes.
And the leaderboard after round 23 is as follows. In 10th place, Jack Silvagni, 71 votes. In 9th place, Eddie Betts, 75 votes. In 8th place, Liam Jones, 80 votes. In 7th place, Lachie Plowman, 86 votes. In 6th place, Adam Saad, 97 votes. In 5th place, Ed Curnow on 100 votes. And in 4th place, Patrick Cripps, 112 votes.
So, over to you to announce who finished third.
So, in third place, after an outstanding year, finishing with 118 votes, is Harry McKay.
Here comes Big Harry. They love it. They absolutely love it. Steers it to Big Harry. Harry McKay's got it.
Kick down, goal square, Barnes, McKay, 2 in a minute, and they are dancing now, the Blues.
Kai again launches. Marc's going to be taking McKay.
Yes, Harry! Yes, sir!
And Harry McKay just pounded him in a tackle.
Called play on a Big Harry gives it a roost. He gives it a magnificent roost. He's kicked the goal. Harry McKay. He does, and he puts it through.
Sits it to a dangerous spot. McKay, the big reach.
Struck it well. Got it there.
It is beautiful. For number 6. Can you hear me, Harry?
Harry, well done, mate. Congratulations. Hard for key forwards to get to this end of counts like this. It is very, very difficult. It's a credit to you, mate. Take us back to the start of the season when you were preparing for the 21 season. Was there something you were aspiring to personally to get the best out of yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Andy. No, nothing too specific. I think I just, I wanted to be a little bit more consistent. Felt like over the last couple of years I had opportunities to play some good football, but let myself down at times with my consistency. So, I had a really good summer and put on a lot of hard work in. And, I felt at times I was a bit more consistent this year. Still plenty to work on and, still just getting started. But I feel like I was a bit more consistent.
Yeah, you were, mate. And what's the key to that? Is there, to be as consistent as you want to be and hope to be into the future, is there a key to that?
I think you just take confidence in preparation. I feel like try to get the best out of myself and, give myself every opportunity to play well every week by preparing well and working hard on the training track and away from the club. So, that's all you can do. You can give yourself the best chance to play well. And, I feel like I did that at times this year and on the back of that, a little bit more consistent.
It looked like you got to heaps of contests throughout the season, mate. So that's a focus, I imagine, just getting that aerobic capacity up. Is that one of those things, you're a big enough and strong enough man? Is it now the sort of getting the tank to get to contest after contest after contest?
Yeah, obviously, as a big man, Andy, you have to get through as many contests as possible. And I guess at times this year I did that well, but looking forward, really looking forward to playing with Charlie and Gov and Jack and sharing the load around and looking to get some one-on-one opportunities and all playing some good footy together. So it's exciting times heading into 2022.
And just before we let you go, mate, any people in particular you want to thank?
Yeah, obviously it's been spoken about that they're not necessarily here anymore, but big thanks to Teggy. I thought he's been fantastic and I've loved working with him over the last few years. Cameron Bruce as well, he's moved on. But put in a lot of work with Brucey, so love my time working with him and really grateful for all the work he put in for me. Andrew Russell as well, he's been fantastic for me. He's fantastic. Puts in a lot of hard work and get along great with Jack, so massive thank you there. And all the boys, obviously wasn't a fantastic year on the scoreboard, but still love coming to work every day and working hard with you boys. And yeah, it's obviously a bit of a fresh start, but looking forward to some new beginnings in 2022 and obviously a lot of hard work to go. We're looking forward to that. And then just to Walsh and Weiters, no brainer, they'll probably be the top two Andy. So as I said before, it's not rocket science why they're the top two. They work really hard, they're professionals, and they do the most they can get out of themselves. So congratulations to those two and all the other award winners for the night. Thank you.
Good on you, mate.
Thank you very much, Harry. A very well-deserved third place there. Well, he seems to think he knows who's getting second and first, but Brad Lloyd, you can tell us.
Yes, in second place, finishing with 172 votes, is Jacob Weitering.
Best and fairest winner from 2020, Jacob Weitering, 100th game.
Weitering, emphatic. That's the biggest punches I've ever seen.
He's done a sterling job in this first quarter, has Jacob Weitering.
Big fist of Weitering, speaking of all Australians. He's got to be a contender.
Woodcock takes on the tackle, stripped as wide as he could, but Weitering very strong in the air.
All behind on this occasion, good strong mark, Jacob Weitering.
The deck picked up by Weitering. Good football. Great football by Jacob Weitering.
Well done, Weitering.
Important fist in there from Weitering.
Almost held on the second grab attempt. Got his arms free and his legs free. Weitering cuts this off guy.
Damn it, uncontested.
You hear his Weitering with the fist and then can claim it.
Weitering thumps it down. Curnow.
Dangerous football. Weitering picks it up. Bruce rather, and Weitering gets him.
Magnificent performance again by you, Jacob Weitering, the winner last year, runner-up this year. Congratulations on the second place, getting in this year's best and fairest count. We've all marvelled at the way you just build methodically year on year on year, get better every year. What is the focus for you going from one season into the next?
Firstly, thanks, Andy. For me, it's just trying to do a consistent job for the team. I'm very happy that I play in the back line, as I spoke about with Dill earlier, but I consider it a very selfless position and line, and naturally you just want to get your job done for the team, and that's what I try and do each week. And if I can do that for another 5, 6, 7 years, however long Carlton will have me, I'd be a very happy man.
We hear the word trust a lot in footy these days, Jacob, rightly so. That group that you're part of down there, you did talk to Dill about it before, but building that trust and developing that between one another to know that each other's got their own back, how important is that for you, Mob, down there to be the best you can possibly be for the footy team?
Yeah, great question. Again, it was probably challenged a little bit this year with certain games. For me, I guess I'll use an example. North Melbourne was probably my worst game of my career, and the team didn't probably perform either. We lost by a fair margin, and I think the training, the work we put in the week after that, the honesty, the trust, and the way we went about ourselves during that week showed me that we can really go places, and we came out against St Kilda and we won against a good side. So, no, it's certainly something we can still build on, and Vossi's certainly big on that. But yeah, exciting times that we can build it even more.
It was great to hear from John Nicholls a little earlier, Jacob, just before you thank a few people. He mentioned the word buoyant. He feels buoyant about what's to come. You're going to say yes, obviously, but do you genuinely feel that you and this group are on the cusp of something, hopefully pretty special.
Yeah, for sure. It's probably said every year, but I guess I can honestly say to the fans and supporters and people watching now, obviously we've had a tough year. We had the review, we had to fight through that. We had to perform under that pressure and the media scrutiny, and I guess you've seen it with what we've done for Doc and the Peter Mac Foundation. The boys getting into the club and training. There's been 15 to 20 boys in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Clearly the boys are passionate and raring to go for next season, and it's going to be very exciting. There's certainly a freshness to what's going on with all the new coaches, but with the guys who got in, the game plan, the coaches, it's very exciting times.
We can't wait to see it, mate. Is there anybody in particular you want to thank?
I'll be short. It is Walsh's night, but for me, obviously, my family and Isabel, my partner. Thank you for all your love and support. To the coaches, obviously Teague and Killer. Personally, for me, Killer worked with me for 6 years as my defensive coach, and I can't thank him enough for what he's done for me. To the club, the sponsors, and all the fans watching tonight, and members of the club, thank you for all your support. That's pretty much the reason why we're on the track and playing each week. And to Murph, Eddie and Levi, thank you for everything you guys have done. Terrific leaders of the club and champions of the game. And I guess to all the award winners tonight, congratulations on terrific years. Hopefully you can build on that and go again next year. And obviously to Walshy, awesome year, mate. Well deserved.
Jacob, thanks for your time and congratulations on another stunning season. Well, Jacob Weitering thinks it's Walshy's night. Harry McKay thinks it's Walshy's night. Shall we find out if it is?
Yeah, it's with great pleasure to announce the winner of the 2021 John Nicholls Best and Fairest Medal with 183 votes is Sam Walsh.
It's almost as though his career is just in fast forward.
The scary thing about him is you normally see a season or two out of lane to your game. He does it within the season.
First round. Now Rising Star winner, super talent, but genuine inside mid.
Wonderful finish and Walsh enjoyed it.
Hands up, hand down.
We're just relentless. He is. What a player he is, Sam Walsh.
I hit him with that new Japan plus. I'm around I'm back.
This kid just keeps on rising.
Back in the ring.
5-court, dropped it.
And I do that all night.
Walsh backs him up. Well done by the young gun. Well done, Walsh. Brilliant.
Walsh. Gun. Walsh, isn't he?
The man himself, a 34th possession, will drive the Blues forward once again. An avalanche at the moment. McKay.
Cameron's got it back. They hunt him down again. Martin. Walsh for his third. Got it.
Work rate, he keeps showing up to the contest.
Walsh become a star.
Come from the left, come from the right, come from the south. You don't see me.
Walsh, he is such a competitor.
Moves like this, that makes you special.
He's genuinely tough in the contest.
I hit him with that.
Take a bow, Sam Walsh.
I hit him with that.
Straightens up and has delivered. Is there nothing this young man can't do?
Oh, I think we're all blown away. Every Carlton supporter around the country can't quite believe what we've seen from this young man, 21 years of age. Walshy, congratulations, mate. John Nicholls Medal winner for 2021. You thoroughly deserve it. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for that, Andy. It's as you mentioned, it's obviously a huge honour, and John Nicholls, as was mentioned before, is a legend in his club. So thanks to him and all the people that have helped me get here today. And it's a massive privilege.
We're amazed, I think, as a cohort of Carlton supporters to see you get to where you've got to at such a young age. We're always looking to try and work out how you do it. Your second year into a leadership group at a senior footy club, has that helped you sort of drive yourself even a bit harder?
Yeah, I think it's definitely fast-tracked a bit of my learning and understanding of how footy clubs work and how the playing dynamic all works, and probably been pretty young and pretty raw in that area, but I've had a lot of people that have helped me along the way, and I think since I've came into the club, I've tried to work as hard as I can and earn the respect of my teammates, and that's probably led to me into being in the leadership position. And from there, I've just tried to be the best person and train as hard as I can and try and get the best out of my teammates. And I think, as we'd all agree upon, we've got a group that wants to work hard, and I think there'll be plenty more people that'll step up in that leadership area and take us places, hopefully.
I always get the impression you're not all that keen to talk about yourself, so I won't ask you too many more questions, but it's more than just talent when you get to the level that you've got to. Is there a personal key that you think is fundamental to you being the footballer you are at this level at such a young age?
Yeah, I think since growing up, I've always had a love for the game and a massive passion for it. And I love the way that footy's able to challenge you each week. And I always want to be known as a consistent player. And that's something that I strive for with my preparation, with how hard I work, but also probably coming into the AFL, learning a bit how your mental skills can help in the game and how you prepare and give yourself the best opportunity each week. And from there, I feel like it's been able to let me play to my strengths, and I've also had a lot of support around me in that time, and that's helped me sort of try and play my role for the footy club.
And just before we let you thank some people, you look like a footballer who wants to be in the middle of it when the moment's at its biggest and hottest. Have you grown to love that part of the game, particularly at AFL level, being there when the game's really on the line?
Yeah, I think as any player would probably agree, they're the moments you want to stand up in when your team needs it. And I think for me this year, I probably got a bit more opportunity being around the ball and playing a different role to impact games. And with my running, I feel like I want to try and run out it hard in the fourth quarter. And this year, I sort of felt like that was the area I was able to take my game to another level, is find ways to impact when the time's needed. And from there, I was sort of, it's very enjoyable playing in wins. So hopefully there's more of them around the corner, because that's ultimately why you play footy, and to contribute to that is a great feeling.
Mate, we absolutely share those hopes with you. There must be a couple of people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. First of all, I want to thank all my teammates and boys. Ever since I've walked into the club, I've felt backed in by you guys, and I just wanted to, as I said, earn your respect. But hopefully us as a group, we can keep on working towards embracing each other's strengths and really getting the best out of each other. And the reason why I play footy is for the team's success, and I know we can create some great memories along the way if we keep that up. So there's a lot of individual players that have helped me within that, but thank you to all my teammates. To the coaches, it was obviously well documented. There was probably a bit of a tough year, but to Teague, JB, Lachie Plowman, Stance, you guys have probably worked with me the most, and every time you walk into the club, you're looking to get myself and my teammates better, and you guys worked hard to the very end. So you guys are great people, and I thank you for all your support over my couple of years that I worked with you guys, and also to the high performance team headed up by Russ and rowers, physios, and it's obviously need to play my best footy, need to be out on the park. So there was probably a few times this year where the body was a bit banged up, and you guys helped me get through. And I know you want the best for all us players, so I'm looking forward to returning the favour. And also just to my friends, they've had a big impact with me along the way. Help definitely keep me grounded, but also enjoy my time away from footy. And also to my housemates, Dowie and Matt Kennedy, obviously spent a lot of time together throughout the year, so you guys make it good fun. So thank you to everyone involved from that aspect. And then also lastly to my family. I wouldn't be where I am today without them, and they've obviously always been there to support me and my two brothers, but they just want to see me have a crack at whatever I'm passionate in. And obviously mum's probably a bit more of the emotional support there for me, and dad's probably a bit more into the footy, but you two have been amazing for me. And my little brothers, I love sort of working with you, seeing you guys come to the footy and enjoy it as well. So I hope I haven't left anyone out, but it obviously is a huge honour, and I already can't wait to get stuck into next year. So thanks to everyone who's helped.
Well said, Sam, and congratulations on a season that was simply the best. Well, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching, I encourage you to raise a glass to toast the 2021 John Nicholls Medalist. For us, it's just a water glass.
Why not? Indeed.
In Sam Mitchell. Congratulations to you, Sam.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at the final leaderboard as it does stand. Of course, Sam Walsh winning on 183 votes. There is your top 10, with Jack Silvagni rounding it out on 71 votes. Andy, Brad, you've been sensational. Thank you so much for a wonderful night. And on behalf of the entire Carlton Football Club and our presenting partner Hyundai, we thank you again for all your support throughout 2021 and for tuning in to our John Nicholls Medal. Please stay safe and well, and we can't wait to bring our Bluebaggers family back together in person for the 2022 season. Go Blues.